Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Migmatisgolf, channel dedicated to everything a bit outside the box in golf. If you're like me, you took up golf late in life, you're not really improving, you've been to all the conventional golf instructors and you're reading all the magazines and things still aren't getting better, it's for a reason. I firmly believe that golf instruction or conventional golf instruction is stale, doesn't really cater to everybody. It's a bit of a package, a formula that's not really working. So that's why Migmatisgolf exists. So if that's you, please subscribe, leave some comments, give us some thumbs up if you like the video, all that good stuff. So one of the little sections on my channel that I do is called Read to Improve, and it's all about the golf books that are out there, or the techniques and the ideas that are out there that don't really necessarily conform to conventional golf instruction. But having read a lot of golf books, over 100, and owning a few that I still haven't read, I have found a lot of benefit in some of these quirky or what would be considered strange ideas for conventional golf instruction. I haven't done one of these in a while. I think I explained I moved a couple of years ago now, and I still have a lot of stuff in boxes. A lot of my books are still in boxes, but I have finally decided to go through what we deem, or what we call, the dumping room, which is just a room in my house where we just threw all the boxes to be looked at later. And all my books are in there, so I came across a couple more. So apologies for not doing a Read to Improve video in the last few months, but today is exactly what we're going to do. So I always say a lot of the titles to these books are too good to be true. They're made to be catchy, right? They're trying to draw your attention. But this one is called One Move to Better Golf. Just one move. That's all you need. One Move to Better Golf by Carl Lohren. I'll show you quickly. There you go. Now, as I said, sounds too good to be true. But, the reason I like this book is a lot of amateur golfers, beginner golfers, have a million things going on in their heads. And they suffer from the usual paralysis by analysis. They got so much things going on. They've been told, do this with your grip. Keep your head here. Start with your lower body. Put the club here. Hinge your wrist here. That it takes them forever to get better. And little do they know that there are a multitude of grips that you can use that will all work very well. So when you go to your local pro and he says you must grip it like this, utter nonsense. The tour is full of people, professional tours are full of people with different grips. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, people or amateurs have too much going on in their brains, and they don't really know how to pull that trigger, pull the club away, and little do they know that a lot of things in the golf swing will happen on their own. As long as you get the club started or swinging initially correctly, a lot of things will just happen. You don't really have to think about them. Or at the very least, you don't have to think about them then. You can play decent golf and then refine those things afterwards. And in particular, what this book refers to, One Move to Better Golf, is how to start the club away from the ball. Now, there are a million different ideas out there on how to do it. And I'm not going to say that one is better than the other, but this particular thought seems to produce very good results straight away. So, moving the club away from the ball on the correct path, or let's say on an acceptable path, And when I mean acceptable path, I mean a path that won't create problems later on that you don't want. Because there is always in golf, there is always a corridor, or there are two extremes of what's acceptable, and beyond those limits, you're just gonna like create compensations later on in the swing, but it's quite a wide corridor that you can be in and still have a functional golf swing. So this particular move is very simple. It's a simple concept. It's just one idea, one swing thought, and it seems to get the club started away from the ball on a great path and get a lot of parts of the body moving the correct way in the initial parts of the swing. So with just one swing thought, you can achieve all these things. Now, I'm going to give you an example here of how things can go awry. I, personally, in my swing, suffered for years, and still do to some extent, from a poor pivot. So I never really understood how the body and the arms should be blended on the takeaway, or how the body should move on the takeaway. And because of that, I spent a lot of years trying to get out of those bad habits that I developed. I found by using this one move, it automatically gets you moving the body correctly. It gets the pivot starting correctly, which I wish I'd come across this book when I was 28 and I started golf. So, like with all my book reviews, I don't want to spoil it because I want you to read it. So that was just my little teaser, okay? This book is all about the initial pivot, how to start the pivot initially and to start it correctly, if you know what I mean, or within the norms of what would be considered correct. And it's all to do with this area here. And I'm going to leave it at that. So one more time. One move to better golf. Don't be put off by the title. I know it sounds too good to be true, but this is a fantastic book. It's by Carl Lohren and with Larry Dennis. I don't want to shortchange Larry. So there we go. Have a quick look. It is a short read, just over 100 pages. It has nice black and white illustrations that are very clear. A bit along the lines of Ben Hogan's 5 Fundamentals, actually. It kind of has that feel to it. I know it's a different format, it's larger, but that's the feel that it has. Very simply written, very easy to understand. Sorry about that little interruption. My phone just started ringing at the end there. Yeah, if you read it or you tried this move, let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, as I said before, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, tell all your friends, and I'll see you again soon, sooner than it has been, with another read to improve. See you later, guys.